Hello, my name is Sean. Welcome to Supercars in the Hood. Welcome to my bedroom. And I'm not Doug DeMiro. I don't own a Porsche. I don't own a Lambo. I don't own a Ford GT. All I have is my computers in the background, as you see. So you can just call me Doug the Negro, because I ain't got none of that crap. We just in my room doing this the way we do it. So yeah, if you're wondering why, after all these years, I'm in the video, it's because YouTube demonetized my channel. Maybe they thought I was AI or something like that. Clearly, they don't like voiceover video. So here we are, I'm right here in your face. So what we made this video for is to talk about Ferrari, and that's the new 849 Testarossa. Ferrari, I got a few questions like, what the hell were you thinking when you put this car together? Now, if you're like me, you didn't know this car existed, you probably seen it on YouTube and said, what the hell is that? Well, this is the replacement for the SF90 Stradale. This is the new car, which I kind of saw coming when they brought out that FXX version. Was it FSXK? I don't remember. Version of the car. I knew that was the end of the road for that thing. There was not going to be any more special cars left for that. And actually, it's been quite a long time since that car was unveiled. Almost, I'm going to say, well over 5 years ago. This was before lockdown. They unveiled this car, because I remember I made a whole video about me going about, putting one together for the channel. I don't know, people might have thought I was buying it because they were very upset with me when I did that. I don't know, I thought the car looked great. I might do it again with this car. But only problem is this car is butt ass ugly. This is horrendous. I don't know what is going on with Ferrari where they cannot get the front of cars correct. They just start screwing up with the front. The back end of this looks perfect. The front end could look perfect if they didn't add the little louvers in the front of the hood. I know that's probably for aerodynamics or whatever, but this a hard no. They need to go back to Pininfarina or whoever the hell works at Pininfarina that was designing their cars before, because the people designing them now are doing a shit job. You're doing terrible. Other than that, the car, I'm pretty sure, is perfect. Now, this is not a limited production car. As you know, the SF90 Stradale was Ferrari's production hybrid supercar. So this is a supercar. It makes 1,050 horsepower hybrid V8, and I think it's two wheels, could be four wheels. I don't know. I didn't really check. 0 to 60 time is like 2.37 seconds. So it's plenty fast, almost as fast as the F80. The car has a lot of the design philosophies from, the Daytona, that was it, the Mazda 3? I think it's the 3. I think it's 3. Daytona has a lot of designs from that. They say they inspired from the cars of the 70s. I don't know why, when this is a car that was made in the 80s. Actually, this car is as old as I am, 41 years old. And then 41 years later, they decided, or yeah, 41 years later, they decided to come out with this, with the name Testarossa. And it doesn't look nothing like the Testarossa. I think the Testarossa was a V12 to be, uh, pretty sure it was a V12. And this is a V8. And you know, I get it. The nostalgia was probably kicking in. They wanted to use that name again, but I don't know why they chose it for this. I wouldn't have did that. It's not like, the Testarossa holds anything special in my heart. I wasn't a Hawaii 5 fan or anything like that. Wasn't big into that. But I am a Ferrari guy. I do like Ferraris. I actually love Ferraris. I have a whole playlist of it. And yeah, it's like one of those things. Okay, now I went on a bit of a tangent because Ferrari has kind of lost a step in the design. I don't think the cars themselves, they're Ferraris. They aren't the fastest, they aren't the quickest, they aren't the best looking at this point. At this point, they're just selling the name. I don't know why Ferrari doesn't just go out here and build the best looking cars possible. Maybe they're saving that for their super, super elite clientele. If you want a Ferrari, you want a entry level supercar Ferrari, which this is, you're gonna get whatever the hell they give you, and you're gonna like it. And this is gonna be the production model. It's gonna be thousands of these, maybe hundreds. Because look at this. I don't know what the numbers for the SF90 Stradale was. A lot of people didn't like that car, didn't like to handle it. It felt like it didn't feel like a sports car, even though they had the Fiorano package or whatever. A lot of people wasn't dabbling in that because they didn't want a car that felt like, they was on a racetrack every day. They wanted to everyday drive this car. Now, there's some people that own this car like Shmee or the SF90 like Shmee that owned it and loved it and drove it like that was their daily car. I don't know if that's gonna happen with this car. This car looks a little bit low slung in the front. It's gonna make it hard to park, and it also looks a lot longer than the SF90 Street Dolly. It could be shorter. It could be shorter. I don't know. I didn't really look at the specs and spec them up like that, but it looks like it's longer than that car, and you know, it's got the hybrid thing going on, so it's gonna be quick. It's probably gonna be a little bit on the heavy side, but it's not the F80. That car, you kind of got used to the brick in the front that kind of made the car look hideous. The rear end looked perfect. This car, it's not really anything, no angles or anything like that. You can see it's gonna make this car look like chef's kiss. I think the only way this car looks good is an all black, blacked out, murdered out version, and then with no hint of color whatsoever on it. Now, there might be things I would do, like color those louvers like what's the word? A carbon fiber on the louvers in the front, not the same color as the body to make it stand out so you can see the actual curves of the front end of the car so you can see what they're actually were going for. If you can do that, then that's perfect. But if you can't, then yeah, this is one of the ugliest cars I've ever seen in my life. And Ferrari, you should be ashamed of yourself. Don't know what the price is. The SF90 was what, 600,000, 700,000 out the door. It's probably around 800,000. It's probably not gonna be $1 million car, and if it is, yo, you tripping. That's a lot of money for something that's not the caliber you expect from Ferrari. The F80 was like $3 million. It's supposed to be the next LaFerrari, and it doesn't look nothing like the LaFerrari. That was an immaculate looking, futuristic looking car, and it's over 10 years old. So yeah, but that's my rant over Ferrari Testarossa, um, the new Testarossa, the 84 9 Testarossa. What do you think? Are you excited for this car? Do you like the way it looks? Are you gonna go out and buy one? You're gonna go out try to catch a look at one person to see if it actually as hideous as it looks in the pictures, or you don't care. You're not a Ferrari guy. You're a Lambo guy, or you're a McLaren guy, or you're a Mercedes guys. You don't give a damn about what Ferrari's got going on. Let me know in the comments. With that said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.